So for the past 2 days, I've not been doing well. I've been way more irritable than usual, and today is just like I just feel terrible. Like I'm so upset. I don't know if it's because I've been seeing my son non-stop for how many days, or the fact that I can't go out, or the fact that there's no light. Like I don't even know what exactly is making me so irritated. I just know I'm just not balanced at all, and I'm just angry. And yeah, I don't know what to do about it. And as I'm recording this thing now, this one is coming again to disturb my peace. Like I can't even get, even if it's 5 minutes just alone, I just don't want to. Just leave me alone for 5 minutes. If I go to the toilet, follow me to the toilet, to the freaking toilet, even to the bathroom to take a bath. He's there, just there, just there. And what annoys me the most is that he thinks it's funny. Like he thinks that it's really, really funny, but it's not funny. Like, I don't know how to explain to a 4-year-old that I need to be social distancing from me in the house when we are there together. And the funny enough, like I tried meditation is not working for me right now. I don't know if probably I need to call someone else to talk to, but even calling someone on the phone, he's there on the phone, grabbing my phone from my hand. So I don't know what to do. Like I'm just upset. I don't know. I'm just very upset. I'm just very, very, very upset. I'm very irritated, and I don't know what to do. Should I buy ice cream? Really help? Maybe temporary. Should I look for something to binge on? Like I don't even know. I don't know. I don't know how people cope with this because, like, not like I feel like I know I felt this way before, but for some reason this particular time just seems more intense than usual. And the fact that there's no quick fix to it, I don't like I'm looking for a quick fix. It's just like I just need to stop feeling the way I'm feeling right now because I'm not liking it at all. So yeah, possibly there's something I need to deal with. Yeah, besides meditation, I've tried journaling, and I can't even get, like as I said, a couple of minutes to just like center myself and figure out what exactly is upsetting me, because I know it's not my son that's upsetting me, and maybe it's not even the light or lack thereof that is upsetting me, but it's the fact that I can't even figure out what it is, and I don't know, it's upsetting. Oh, and speaking of the light, as I was talking about them, they decided to bring the light finally after almost 24 hours of lack of light. So, okay, so bye.
I said bright and shine when there was those bright and shine.
At least now that there's light, he can probably go and watch cartoons for a while, and I can just get my life together.
You know that.
So, for the beginning part of this podcast episode, you'd have heard my rant, and I'm happy to inform you, or not happy to inform you, that I realized that what was wrong with me majorly was my hormones. So, after recording that part of the podcast, I started my period. Yay! So yeah, that's what was wrong with me. Basically, it's period that was wrong with me, and yeah. So it just goes to show that, man, women, we go through a lot. It's not every time that you are freaking out, you're upset at someone or something, that you are crazy. You're not crazy. It could just be your hormones. And with the stress we're going through every single day, especially now with the lockdown and restrictions, most people are more irritable than usual. They haven't seen outside, they haven't had one-on-one conversations with another human being in person. Those are isolating alone. I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry, because you don't even have anybody to hug or touch, because let me tell you, right? It's scientifically proven that human beings need physical contact, right? We need physical contact. We're made to depend on another human being for some certain needs. So please, it might just be hormonal. If you can find a friend to talk to, you guys can use your gloves and hold your hands from your window and still socially distance. I'm not endorsing it, but if you really need to, please, you know call a friend. Call a friend and get some human touch or human encounter. Okay, so yeah. And the thing is, when most of us haven't, let's say, evolved in a level of self-awareness to know how to separate our emotions from ourselves. And for me, it's also something I'm still working at. I do not have my shit together, and I'm not going to lie, I really don't. And today, when I even like opened up and posted, in fact, after this thing, right, I posted the thingy that I was going through on Instagram, and some of my friends reached out to me. I'm like, oh, don't worry, it's fine. You're strong. We love you. And it felt so good, like hearing from someone else. And yeah, I just told them, man, I really appreciate you, but apparently I was just being hormonal. And then they now started laughing. They're like, but it's okay. Like, they get it, even though like I was freaking out and then aired my period linen in public. But yeah, we are human, it's normal. And as I was saying, once we learn that, see, you're not your emotions sometimes. Yes, it's a part of you, but you also have a reasoning mind. You can kind of separate yourself from the situation. So for me, when I realized that I was getting more irritable than usual, especially with my son, I just told him, you know what, uncle, I need some space. He's 4, he doesn't really understand the needing of space. But I um I went out of like the living room where we were, went into the toilet, took like a couple of breaths, like in and out from my nose, like deep breathing, like we learn a meditation, which I really recommend to every and anybody that wants to hear it. Try meditation, it works magic. And also tapping, EFT tapping is amazing. So I went to the toilet for like, I won't even say it was up to 2 minutes because he came back looking for me in the toilet. So yeah, I just had to breathe in and out. And like, okay, you know what? This is not you. You're hormonal. You can manage this. I also called my sister. I'm like, girl, I don't know the way I'm feeling right now. I'm not feeling like myself. Like, I'm more irritable than usual. She's like, oh, are you sure it's not your period? I'm like, yeah, I think it is. But like, I'm like, how many, like almost 2 weeks late. And that's actually happens to me once in a while because I was diagnosed with PCOS a long time ago. That's polycystic ovarian syndrome. So there's sometimes my period delays. There's sometimes it comes regularly, and that's my PCOS story for another day. Like, honestly, I can, if I know I can, I'm going to dedicate a whole podcast episode to that. So you guys need to get ready for that day. And yeah, so I called her and then we spoke about it. She cheered me up, made me laugh. And yeah, it wasn't like a 1 hour phone call, it was just a couple of minutes, but she just knew that for me to have called her, I was serious. So yeah, meditation works, tapping works. What else works? I didn't Okay, actually, you know what, dancing actually works, but for some reason I didn't try dancing because like, it was not my vibe. I wasn't feeling the vibe to dance. Listening to music also helps, but the only music I felt like listening to at that particular point in time were like some depressing ass music, and I didn't want to listen to depressing music because it's just going to like fuel the flame of my what I call it, sadness, or or emotional imbalance. So I do not listen to that kind of music. Eating something sweet actually helps, which should have sent a signal to my brain that I was just like being hormonal. But yeah, it is something sweet. But if you're, it could be fruits, it could be ice cream. See, rock your boat, but just know that everything is better when you do it in moderation. All right. And yeah, talking to someone helps. Um, being lazy too helps. Yes, I this is like one of the few times I'm going to endorse laziness. Right. There's sometimes when you need to feel in your body and know exactly what you need, and if it's sitting down for hours on ending on your phone or watching TV or something, reading a book, do it for yourself. It will feed your soul, and your body and soul are going to appreciate you after that. Okay. So I mentioned already meditation, EFT, that's tapping, um, physical touch from someone, a hug or something, talking to a friend, taking something sweet, listening to music, dancing. So yeah, another thing that I should have mentioned, even as number one, is to just like embrace the feeling. Now let me explain to you why. Because like most times when we feel sad, we've been trained um, by our, let's say, environmental conditioning, that when you feel sad you should get over it, you should boss up and all that, let nobody see you weak, blah blah blah. But there's sometimes when you just need to just be vulnerable and just sit down with yourself and just embrace whatever feeling it is instead of continuously pushing it away. So while I was crying, it's not that I was being weak or anything. I just knew that I needed to release from inside me all the, we call them it's not necessarily negative energy, just the sadness, just the uncertainty. Because honestly, I had a lot of things. I have and had a lot of things to do. Usually, my podcast episodes goes up on Wednesday. This is Thursday, and I'm still recording it right now because I was not feeling myself for a while. So hopefully this should be up by tomorrow, which is Friday. So yeah, that's that. And I have work related things to do. I have a website I'm working on. I have a course that I'm releasing a new module for, that I needed to work on and get up before Monday. What else do I have to do? I have like literal house stuff to do: cook, clean, take care of the kids, help him with his work, then send said work to his teacher after. So I mentioned websites, course, podcast. Yes, one thing I forgot: YouTube videos. Like I have videos to edit and upload. So besides the fact that light has been interesting, I haven't been able to get that done. So it wasn't just one thing; it was a couple of things that actually frustrating. Plus the fact that I was hormonal, and everything just added up together to just like get me to the point where I wanted to explode. So feeling and understanding all those feelings actually help you. And last but not the least, journaling. I love journaling. I love it so much because my journal is where I can sit down and pour out my soul and body. And I know that for a while I used to like be afraid of journaling because what if someone reads it? Because my journal is like my safe space. I share everything, the way I'm feeling about someone at that particular point in time. And some people that might see it, be like, oh, you don't like me, but I'm like, dude, it's not really about you. I'm just like sharing the way I'm feeling. It might not, like, your feelings change, they're changeable. Sometimes they're hormonal driven, like now. Some are emotion driven, some are fear driven. So yeah, those are topics for another day. If you want to hear more about those, let me know. But yeah, all these things are like, you can just open your journal and just start writing all the things that you're feeling and thinking. And it really helps. And even my journal stuff, like I realized today that I have a very big fear of spending money, which is weird because, like, in fact, this is story for another day, but I have fear of spending money. I have a fear of receiving money. Like it's a hot mess situation that I'm working through, and I know that I'm going to come out from this better and stronger than I was when I was in it. Because honestly, things come into our life for us to move past them and make us grow. Every challenge you face in your life is for growth purpose. It's not because the universe hates you, God hates you, you are not a good person or something. It's just for your soul growth and maturity, to push you more and more into the path of your purpose. All this, that's why most of the struggles you face, once you face one and climb it, another one comes. Because man, life is going to be boring if you have no challenges to go through. In as much as we don't want challenges are there for you to grow there's a perfect analogy for this. It's called the refining furnace of, so like gold, right? So when you have gold, when you see raw gold, it doesn't look very pleasant. So it has to go through purification process. So the goldsmith or gold maker keeps putting it into fire, like very, very hot fire, to remove all the impurities for the actual pure gold inside of it to be revealed. So that's what challenges in life do to us. They take off all our impure, no, I'm not call it impure parts. Impure parts, Jerry. They strengthen our weaknesses and let us shed all the things that we don't need, all the grief, the fear, the gossip, the lackadaisical behavior, the laziness, the procrastination. Yeah, even though like it sheds, like there's always two levels to it. But yeah, the refining furnace, the challenges we face in life, help us to take all those parts out, so the gold that is in us can shine through, and we can live the purpose to which we were created. So yeah, I know you enjoyed this episode. I'm not saying that I hope you enjoyed. I'm telling you that I know you enjoyed it, and as I'm saying this, it just brought the lights since afternoon, so I'm very excited right now. So yeah, I know you enjoyed this episode. So thank you so much for listening. I really appreciate you. Please subscribe, join the family, share it with a friend. Ladies, I know you have like 1 or 2 or 3 friends that need to hear this. Share it with them. I'm here to help us, the whole women folk, expand our lives, man. To tell you the truth, that you may not want to believe that you need to hear, but you need to hear it. So that's what I'm here for. So share it with a friend. I forgot to mention that we finally got approved on Apple Podcasts. So yes, we are live on Apple Podcasts. And if you're listening to this on Apple Podcasts, I'm happy that you're listening to this here, because it's a long time coming. So yes, thank you so much again, and I'll see you on the next episode. And let's hope and pray that I have no more hormonal breakdowns between now and next Wednesday, when a new episode should come out. And if you like to keep up with me, please follow me on Instagram. I post almost every day. I won't say I post every day because I don't. So I post almost every day. You can catch me on my stories if you see anything on my feed. And I'm working on intentionally creating more content for my feed. But with the Roro, I just like, my hair has been a hot mess, and it's such a hot mess that I definitely could not post any cute pictures, and I didn't want to like dig up old ones. So yeah, follow me on Instagram to keep in touch with me, and I will see you on the next episode. Thanks for watching and listening, because this goes up on YouTube too. So bye.